Hey everybody, I thought I would do another video. Again, it's pretty early in the morning. Favorite coffee mug, Giant Size X-Men #1. I don't have that comic. It is one that I wish I did have. One of these days, I'm going to tell a story of the comic book collection of pretty much anyone's dreams coming and going out of my possession. I might have already told it. I'll have to look through some videos, but it's pretty funny, and it has an update, so maybe I'll tell it anyway. I want to show you today some Spider-Mans that I picked up. One I already had, but I want to continue on the record comics I was showing. So I'll show that one first. This is it's so hard to tell sometimes what issue these are. If someone has a good way of telling, knowing what these are, and I have got to put this in a better bag because I'm going to actually throw this bag away. This is what happens to poly bags and regular tape after God, who knows how long, 20 years this thing's probably been in here. This is, you probably can't even tell, but this is so yellow and so grungy, it's disgusting. So that's going in the trash. So here it is. Make it so there's no glare. And that is, again, it's hard for me to tell what one these are with the numbering, because it says PR10. I think that is the number of it. I haven't looked at these in so long that I do not remember. But I remember reading this thing constantly. The little moonstone, the whole thing with J. Jonah, because this is J. Jonah Jameson's son, who is the Wolfman in this. And as usual with these, when you look back here, there's the record. Whoa! And I am right. It's by numbering. Like PR10 is Spider-Man, PR11 is the Hulk, PR12 is Captain America, 13 Fantastic Four, 14 Frankenstein, 15 Dracula, 16 the Man Thing, 17 the Wolfman, 18 Planet of the Apes. Oh, that's cool. 19 Escape from the Planet of the Apes, 20 Beneath the Planet of the Apes, and 21 Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Pretty cool. I'm going to see if I can pick up more of these things. And this record, the other one was very scratched, very, very scratched. This is perfect. Wow, that's in great shape. I'm going to try to, if I had a record player, I have a buddy who has a record player that I actually gave him that will convert to MP3. So I think I'm going to have him convert these to MP3s, and I can play a little bit of them on the one of the next shows, the next episodes. But yeah, I used to love these things, and this is going to go in some Mylar. So let's take a look. Some of these, this one I had, and it is the Spider-Man #6, and this is just a great Lizard appearance. The first appearance of the Lizard, actually, and just in great shape. This is in Mylar. I shouldn't say great shape because it's in pretty rough shape, but I remember getting this, oh God, I have to say back 88, 87, and you'll love this. I got this in 87, and I think I spent $10 on it. But you can see this has got some crazy, I think that goes well past marble chipping, although that might be considered marble chipping. So the cover's in pretty rough shape. There's some tears in it. I'm not going to poke my fingers through, but the staples are intact. The inside pages are mostly intact. There's a good rip right here. But other than that, definitely off-white. I wouldn't say tan yet, but definitely getting there. A little bit of that acidy sort of smell. Definitely some soiling and a little bit of foxing going on. But, overall, I would probably put this, I haven't really given it a big once over in a while, but just because of, the age of it and the significance of it, I guess that really technically doesn't matter, but I would say that this would be good plus, maybe good, maybe VG minus. I'd have to give it the once over to really get that down. But just a cool book, and it's always great to have first appearances of huge characters like that. Tape snapped. So here are some pretty cool Spideys I picked up at a I think it wasn't a Craigslist, it was maybe a Facebook post. I've been buying a lot of comics or getting a lot of leads on Facebook, so I'm not going to take these out of the Mylar, but these are some pretty cool comics. And again, they're in rough shape, but once I tell you what I spent for all of them, then you'll say, well, who cares? So here is Spider-Man number 12. And there's a big check mark on it. I'm not quite sure why. Some definite, looks like a little bit of water damage on the side here. Staples are rusted. And I'm not going to bother opening up, but there's some water damage on this side. Again, this is pretty beat. This is definitely, you know, fair to good. But like I said, I'll tell you what I spent on all these in a little while. When you can get, you know, 12s and low 20s, single digits Spider-Mans for cheap, for me, I don't care what condition they're in, I'm going to buy them. As long as they're that cheap. A cool number 20 with the Scorpion. I always love that cover. Got some glare. And you might not be able to see it, but sometimes I love looking at these things. Some kid or somebody, I'm hoping it's a kid, circled his face, circled the face of the Scorpion, just faintly. This one's a lot better condition, even though there's some writing on there, but the cover's in pretty good shape. And here is another one, 22, and the Clown and his Masters of Menace. So this was more than likely a baddie that we didn't see again, because I don't remember ever hearing about the Clown. And let's see, when I bought this, I said, oh wait, no, I had this one. This isn't part of that collection that I just picked up. That's right. But I had graded this at a 5.5, so, you know, fine. Not bad for you know, Spider-Man number 22. Great couple books here, great couple covers. These last, what is it, 4 books were in this find. This is, you know, look at this cover. 23. I love that cover. And I don't have his first appearance. It's one of my Grail books, but the cover is in fantastic shape. No rust in the staples. There's some color breaks in some of the folds. Again, this is just the cover. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but when I looked through it, I definitely put it at like a, probably like a fine minus. So I was very, very pleased with that. 27, another pretty cool Green Goblin cover, which I really dug. I love whenever you see Green Goblin on the cover. Bring back my Goblin to me. The titles of some of these things. This one, I need to do some research on this, because this cannot, I remember seeing this. It's not square bound, obviously. This is not cover. This is not what's it called? Spine roll. I can't imagine somebody restapled it. And what I'm talking about, it's probably too difficult to see. But if you look in this upper corner here, see if I can get in there if it'll focus. I don't know if you can see that, but the staple is actually in the face of the book. Like if you had put the pages down and then you, let's say, let me show you here. So let's say like you put the pages down and you went like this. The staples are flat, and that's not roll. I'm not sure if that's something they did for a little while. I've never seen it before. Maybe somebody, there's no staple rippings on the side, so if someone didn't take them out. It's just strange. Maybe it's something maybe it was a misfire or something, who knows. This is always a strange cover, but kind of neat. 28. Moulton Man. I always liked him. And again, 12-cent covers. I mean, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. And then last one is a giant size, which is cool. I always love these giant size Spider-Man with the Punisher. And I'm trying to think if this was the second appearance of the Punisher. If anybody knows, leave it in the show notes or the comments. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I can swear this was the second appearance of the Punisher. But again, leave it down there. So, like those 5 Spider-Mans, like the 12, I think there were 5 total. $25. So again, yeah, not in the best of shape, but you know, you're holding a Spider-Man number 12 with a big check mark on it and a bunch of other ones in the 20s, and someone says $25, you buy them. So that's what I did. Well, before we wrap it up, let's go to the bookshelf. So let's see, what are we going to look at on the bookshelf today? Oh, this is fitting. I gotta change those lights around so we don't have so much glare. Parker, the outfit, and these were, of course, were written by Donald Westlake. You know, Richard Stark, and amazing. I love Parker. I've read all his novels, and there was a really good movie actually, just with Stratham called Parker. It's probably the best Parker movie I've seen in a long time. And this was the art and graphic design, and this was all the late great Darwin Cook. So sad that he's gone. He's incredible, an incredible artist. So he sort of, I don't want to say reimagined the books, but he made the books into graphic novels. So, and it's all this just beautiful, not simple, but God, you know, no coloring, just the 2 color, the black and the purple. Other books are different colors, but just, I'm going to just put it right up in there. Just incredible stuff. If you haven't seen these Parker books, grab them if you come across them. I cannot remember how many there are. I'll get them all together. I don't have anything in order. I've got 2 of them here. I've got 3 of them on that bookshelf. So I'm not quite sure how many there are total, but they are beautiful. And I will dig out my omnibus of these that I have. I mean, just look at this. You know, just not just his drawing ability, but his graphic design. It's just incredible. So I will dig the rest of these out. Darwin Cook is one of my favorite artists. He is incredible. I got to meet him at a Heroes Con. After show to Heroes Con, I was set up at it, and just talked with him about Parker. It was fascinating. He was just such a cool guy. He had this cool Batman like bowling shirt on. It was just pretty awesome. So Darwin Cook adapted and illustrated by, you can get these on Amazon. You can get these, where else? Of course on eBay. But if you're into Parker, if you're into murder mysteries, not murder mysteries, but sort of gritty crime, not true crime. God, I'm doing a horrible job. Crime novels. Parker's a sort of an anti-hero, a criminal who will do good, sort of like Constantine, if it works for him. And then sometimes, of course, he'll do good just to do good, and usually with bad results for some people. So, Darwin Cook, the Parker series. We've got a lot of books we can go through on the bookshelf. So let's see, I haven't picked up anything new. Oh, let's highlight a piece of art too, each show. Here is a little bug from Art Balthazar from All Yeah Comics. If you're not familiar with All Yeah Comics, great comics for kids. It was a Kickstarter, and I opted for the piece of original art from Art Balthazar. And I got this cool little, one of the characters, focus, this little bug, which is pretty neat. All right, I want to thank you guys for watching. I am going to go out, actually today, there's a new shop that opened up a couple miles, well, about 20 miles away. I'm going to go check out, and hopefully they'll have some cool stuff. All right, thanks for watching.